My name is Shepard. I am with Booz Allen. I am a lead engineer. Right now I'm managing 6 teams who are coordinating the re-architecture and modernization of a DoD data analytics platform. So in the DoD, when you're trying to deal with some level of an ATO, you have to really understand what that ATO means. And that means that an AO is accepting some amount of risk. And so when you're looking at trying to innovate and trying to stay on the modern edge of where technology is going while still being secure, you have to be able to understand how to mitigate that risk and how to keep that risk in a place where the AO can be comfortable with it, where your cyber can be comfortable with it, your engineers can be comfortable with it. And so when you're trying to work on getting all the way up to that CATO level, you need to be able to understand what it takes and how to be able to justify the risks. In the past, it used to be that you'd just have an ATO, and every year you'd get that ATO renewed, and you'd make sure that you were all up to date, that your AO was comfortable with everything that was going on, and it would be problem solved. And then a CATO got involved, a continuous ATO, where you're constantly monitoring, you're making sure your environment's still secure, it's still safe, there's no additional risk, there's no random things going on. You know how that environment works, and you get a kind of, rather than yearly, you're continuously doing that audit, you're continuously doing the check. And both of those are really hard steps to get to. So that's something that takes a very mature platform, a lot of time to be able to understand how to get that monitoring to a place where the cybersecurity team can understand the risk and what risk you're accepting. And so there's this kind of new thing in ATO-C, which is an ATO with conditions. And so it's a little bit easier to get, and it allows for some level of a higher risk while you have some conditions to say, by this date, you need to solve these 3 high-risk problems. And so it still allows you to work and be innovative and do new things while still having to understand that there's risk that needs to be handled and things that need to be resolved. And then you get to the ATO, the full ATO on a yearly basis, and that lets you then evolve into the CATO, where you can then have that continuous monitoring. So it doesn't mean that it's either 100 or nothing. You can kind of have different intermediate steps that can get to the point of, I am fully accredited to do what I need to in the environment I have.